the creation of an additional state for the Southeast geopolitical zone. The committee also agreed to revisit the over 278 pending requests for new local government areas and 55 proposals for new states, noting that a newly formed subcommittee will handle additional review. Joining us on this show to discuss the National Assembly's approval of the creation of a new state in the Southeast is Kenny Okolugbo, Strategic Communications Consultant to the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. Good morning, Ken Okolugbo. Hello.
Good morning, Ruben Abati. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Well, very quickly.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Okay.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. State creation. We're arm of the view that we don't need states, additional states, that we need to get these states viable to make sure that they are centers of productivity rather than centers of consumption. The ones we have are getting more money under President Tinubu. What are they even doing with the money? And now we say we will create more centers of consumption. And the kind of danger that informs that position is what is happening now. Kenneth Okonkwo came here, he said, oh, it should be Adada State in the Southeast. You are saying no, it should be Anioma State, because Anioma has strategic oil fields in the, I think, in the Ukwani area, and that Anioma is more viable. Now, before you know it, there will be more debates, more quarrels, and all that. But you want to make a case for Anioma State. So, make the case. And why do you think it should not be Adada State? Tomorrow somebody will come up and mention another option. They make a case for Anioma State. And it's Anioma in the Southeast. I thought Anioma was in the Delta. Ukwani area, is it not Delta? So please.
Well, thank you, Abati, once again. Congratulations on your milestone that will be coming up on Friday, next Friday, on getting to Diamond. And I know roads will be leading to Lagos. But having said that, let me also make it clear that I'm not speaking here for my principal, the distinguished Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. I'm speaking essentially as someone from Anioma State and someone who has a passion for the region. Yes, Ukwani, which is the local government area I come from, is part of Anioma State. It has 9 local government areas. It has the Ika, it has the Anyocha South, Anyocha North, Oshimili, and that is where the acronym actually came from. When you say Anioma, it's A is for it's for the entire region of the 9 states. When you say we are not from the Southeast, you see, a lot of our people have gone with that misconception that it's like a one-man show being driven by my senator, Senator Ned Nwoko. I support this because it has been an agitation that has been for 50 years. If you remember very well, someone like you, Ruben, will remember that the Rikife Commission in 1975 that dwelt on the issue of creation of states. Anioma was one of the states that were submitted before the creation of Bendel and every other state. You understand, from Bendel. Before now, we had the Western Igbo. When we had the 3 regions, we had the North, South, and the West. We were classified as Western Igbo. Then we came to Midwest Igbo. Then we came to Delta Igbo. And Igbo is a corrupted way of pronouncing Igbo. And some of my brothers from the Ndokwa Okwani extraction who tend to fight and say we don't want to be associated with the Igbo. Some live in self-denial. Why do I say this? I was the editor of the book of the history of, that's the book of Fundo Sumili and Ukwani, people of the Niger Delta. This book was written by my late father, very Reverend Professor Okolugbo. And when this book was written, he didn't publish it before he died. He only published the Christianity aspect. I published that book in 2004. And I was able to read that book back to back as the editor of the book. And I remember very well that the book clearly stated and was confirmed by Professor Barry Kim, a famous historian, who says that we are from the Igbo extraction, but we also have the Edos who came to settle, independent settlers. We have the Igalas, but in all, we cannot deny the cultural and linguistic affinity of our people from Ndokwa West and Ukwani and Ndokwa East to the Anioma area. Why are we saying Anioma is viable? Ndokwa happens to be the area that has the largest gas reserve in West Africa. we're completely shortchanged when, for example, when I was a commissioner in Delta State, when I had the privilege of serving in Deso Padek, our quantum of production was just 9%, which I thought was not fair. The Shekiris had 29%, the Jaws had 27%, the Urubos had 21%, and the Isokos had 14%. And I was further reduced to 4%. I had a colleague who was serving with me. That I had to do 90 projects was because I had to go cap in hand, begging the members of the House of Assembly who were from Anyocha, Oshimili, and Ika to give me the jobs because they were not considered as oil producing. So there are works that were domiciled in my area. That was domiciled in the oil producing area. I took them to my area. That was one of the secrets of my success. So I know what marginalization is, and I know the advantage of us going to Anioma. And don't also forget that in 2006, there was a committee set up by the National Assembly, headed by Iwanyanwu, for there to be creation of state. Anioma was also one of those who was promoted by the late Asagba of Asaba. And so it is not a one-man show as is being connoted. We believe in the project, and I believe by the time the referendum is done, our people would have been educated on the reason why we should have the Anioma in the southeast, because the southeast has been said to be a dotted region, a landlocked region. Now, if you create Anioma state, and for example, we also collaborate with ANIM, which has been one of the states that is agitating, you will now have the area no more landlocked because we are bordered by the Isokos, the Urubos, Ethiop East on our borders. And I think it's going to be a win-win situation if this one state is considered by the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It will be a landmark decision to be the first state to have been created under the civilian regime, as it were.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this question that I think we've asked a number of our guests, and I'd like to get your perspective on this. Should we be creating more states? I ask because while I understand the sentiment and the arguments for the creation of Anioma state in the spirit of fairness, if you look at the number of states per geopolitical area, but in a recent report by Budget where we looked at the state of the states, about 28 states in Nigeria are not viable, including the states that have resources. Because I hear you talk about gas deposits. There are states that have oil deposits. There are states that have mineral deposits that are not viable. Should we not be looking at more resource, the way that resources and revenue is distributed among states, as opposed to creating more states? More states means more seats in the National Assembly. The women are also still pushing for more seats. The bill to have more seats exclusively for women in the National Assembly. This is money, revenue going into this. Should we be clamoring for more states or looking at other ways to even make the present states more viable and to reduce the cost of governance?
Question was asked, why do we need more states in Nigeria instead of making the existing one to be viable? And he tried to answer the question, but I have something to contribute to it. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is still a developing country. And whoever that wants to solve the problem in all fronts should not be stopped because one is not functioning. That is why I'm not against them building a coastal road. But I'm against them using a coastal road as an excuse to exploit and cheat or maybe destroy people's property. That is my own concern. Nigeria needs development in all fronts. That is why I love the Abia State governor. He's building schools, building roads, putting electricity, putting infrastructure. He did not wait to say, until I finish it before I start doing this. This is what we need to learn. So telling people to stop creating a state because the one created are not viable, or they need to make them viable, or they need to make sure that they are functioning, is we lying to ourselves. Most especially in a case like this, where the state need to be greater to balance the equation of marginalization and then balance in the southeast. Except they are saying it because it's not going to favor you. It's going to favor the southeast, and that's why you are insisting it should be that the state should be viable. However, the Anioma gradation is viable. The state has all it takes to be on its own. Apart from the gas and mineral deposits there are other things that the state have: manpower, land mass for agriculture, enough land mass, water region for fishery, for aquatic life. I made a video sometimes ago, few months ago, when I was in Asaba, showing how they can sandfill some part of the lands to sandfill it to look like Lekki and Eco Atlantic. I made a video there, and they can build a huge entertainment hub and a static 5-star hotel in those areas to become a water view. Except people are not seeing the vision. After all, Asaba is known today to be the home of Nollywood. Everybody believes that Nollywood is existing today because Asaba is where they produce most of these films. So if they build such things there, what are you talking about, Nwokem? Then I saw the comment section of this place where I saw this video, and some people are saying, we don't want to join the Southeast because they will be doing sit at home and it will cripple the economy of everything they are doing. As of today, statistics show that the most developing region in Nigeria is Southeast. With the people doing sit at home for 5 years, the most developing economy in Nigeria, the zone is Southeast. So what are you talking about? And I know Nigerians are not ready for this conversation. Because if you are ready, I will tell you that the ones are doing sit at home is a protest because they love their brother who is incarcerated in Nigerian custody. However, is there any difference between the sit at home they are doing in Southeast and what they are doing in the North about Fridays? They say it's half day. Maybe because it's a Muslim thing, nobody wants to talk about it. Is there any productivity going on in the North during Fridays? Are we ready to tell ourselves the truth? Both schools and government, do they function on Fridays? Because he now say, even that sit at home. The last time I remember, when the one are not doing sit at home, they go to work from Monday to Friday. But in the North, right from the one, whether crisis or no crisis, they go to Monday or to Thursday. Some that are claiming they go to that Friday just because they are lower junior academy and schools. Do they function? Are they learning anything that day? Half day, the next thing, everybody don't run, come out. That's the day they play around. Yet, none of us are saying it's crippling the economy for what they are doing every Friday in the North. The entire North, whether it's North Central, Northwest, Northeast. But this one we're talking about, only the Southeast are the one doing it at home. Only the Southeast, not even really South or Southwest. What are we talking about? We should stop pretending until Nigeria gets it right. Until Nigeria gets it right by giving the people what due to them. Remove injustice, bring a fairness and equity, mostly to the Igbos. Nigeria will never get it right. Never will get it right. And that is why we are asking for a normal state, because that is the first point to show that you want to heal after 50-something years of civil war. That is the best way. After all, the sit at home started happening because you are holding one of their sons. So if you release him too, the sit at home will stop. So some people are saying they don't want to join Southeast because of sit at home. They don't want to join Southeast because of sit at home. Who tell you that they will not release him before they grade the state? So if the fear of sit at home, that is not a law, that is temporal, is the reason why you don't want to join, then you should come to the North and make sure you are working on every four days now. You are a Christian, but you will not go to work on Friday because Muslims need to pray. Or you don't want to respect their own religion too. I'm out of here, Joe. They say Asaba get hotels, Asaba get celebrities, actors, movie actors, different celebrities. Now let me shock you. These are an estate for the elite, for the celebrity. within Asaba and Onitsha, Oka houses. If you're a rich man, you get 170 million. This is a state where you can buy your land and build. I'm telling you, you can see this fresh water. This is water view, and this is commercial sand. So this place is being sand filled for the rich. Sand filled like the way you see it in Lekki, the way you see it in Banana Island. And this is what we are talking about. It's not for the babies. Buy and build. Water view Island Estate. It's a diamond for sure estate powered by the Way City. You can DM the Way City. You check off, DM me. You can get this. This for the airline, for the rich. 170 million. Buy you and need una commission. For the philanthropists, for the celebrity, those who are tired of living in Abuja and tired of living in Lagos, but now you want to buy a house somewhere in Asaba. As we are preparing for Anioma State, this is for you. Mm-hmm.